that's an easy one for me. It's to be more vulnerable. I grew up in the south side of Chicago, kind of a tough neighborhood where you had to be strong and the loudest guy on the block in order to be able to get respect. Male-dominated accounting and consulting practices that I worked in, again, it paid to be loud, and those are the ways that you advance your career. As I got a little bit older and more mature, I was given the advice that you needed to kind of soften down a little bit in order to get along. And what ended up happening is I found out that by being vulnerable, you had the opportunity to work with more people, you could be more collaborative. When you have the opportunity to ask better questions, you learn more, you advance your career more quickly. That's the direction I would go in giving people additional advice going forward.
Early in my career, I was leaving a bank, and the chairman of the board of that bank, and he happened to be chairman of the board of many banks in the Central Florida area, gave me some advice when he said, when my phone rings, I answer. I don't have my secretary answer, I answer the phone. What he was telling me was to be accessible to people. Individuals feel like I'm accessible to them because they don't fear my reaction to what information that they may bring to me, and so it really puts my team in a comfortable place. They are happy to do what I need them to do. It also means that I give service to them when I'm serving them as they're serving me. It's really getting back to what does it mean to be a servant leader. Respect for each other, service to each other is probably some of the best advice that I ever got. It had to do with answering the phone.
So the best career advice that I received actually wasn't verbal. It was something that I saw probably about 15, 18 years ago when I was an assistant controller. It was actually the CFO. And what I noticed that was a big difference was his ability to get people to buy into his ideas. So what that showed me was, Christy, you can't lead just by numbers. You need to really work on your interpersonal skills, your soft skills, to get people to believe in what it is that you're communicating to them, especially when it comes to something that people just don't like, which is numbers. And what it taught me was that I needed to focus on two different areas. One, which was management, but also two, leadership. So I spent at least 20 years working on those two pieces, management as well as leadership. And a lot of the times we communicate based off of how we speak, but that's not really the right way to do it. It's how somebody receives that information that you're going to make effective change. And so as a CFO, specifically doing turnarounds, that's what I have learned. And again, it wasn't told to me, but it was something that I picked up, based off of watching him.
Surround yourself with the right people that you work for and the right people that you work with. I've been fortunate enough to work for a company that supports an environment of continual growth, and that's been beneficial to me because I've been able to take on new roles and challenges that I wouldn't normally have been able to in my current role. And if you're lucky enough, like me, that you get to pick the folks that you work with, pick team members that you enjoy spending your day with and that you can count on. People who inspire you and encourage you to reach your full potential. From my experience, if you have a group of like-minded individuals who can count on each other, there's not a whole lot that we can't accomplish together.